everyone, today I want to show you this knife. With this knife I won 2 places in the last World Championship, UCAT World Championship in Czech Republic. I won the first place at the 7 meters no spin and I won the third place in the wall back no spin. And a few months before I won the French Championship. So with this knife, I'm the champion of the France in no spin throwing. But before the review, I think it's important that I introduce myself because a lot of you don't know me. So I'm a professional knife maker and blacksmith since 6 years, and my production is only throwing weapons. And I make a living by selling my throwing weapons. My business is possible thanks to my French YouTube channel because 7 years ago I created my YouTube channel about throwing knives. My channel have 65,000 subscribers. That is very important for France. And after the success of my YouTube channel, I opened this throwing center. This center is my second business, and I have this throwing center since 2 years ago. Here, people come to throw with fun, to learn throwing knives technique. I have students also, and I have my own throwing team. And the last point about me, I have a great chance to work with the best and the bigger French knife magazine. This magazine, is called La Passion des couteaux. In English, The Passion of the Knife. In this magazine, I speak about throwing knife in competition, about knife making, about tactical knife throwing, about martial arts, throwing knives in martial arts, and about history of throwing knives, for example. So, as you understand, throwing knives is my life. Knife throwing, it's from morning to evening. All the day, all the year. So enough of talking, and now let's start the review of these knives. So about the specification of these knives, they are 25.5 centimeters in length. They weigh 210 grams, and about thickness, they are 8 millimeters thick. Now about steel, I made them in high steel carbon. All the full tongue axe you can see in my throwing place are made in my forge and are made in the similar steel, so I have many experience with this steel. For all my production, throwing knives, axe, bow shuriken, shaken, and other throwing weapon, I use 3 different steel, not more. About the shape, this knife is an arrow knife or a spear knife, but it is inspired by a bow shuriken. So why? Why bow shuriken inspire me for the shape of this knife? It's because I understood no spin throwing and mechanic of a no spin throwing with bow shuriken. Because bow shuriken is very easy to throw thanks to the Japanese grip, traditional Japanese technique. Here, 4 meters, no spin with bow shuriken, and bow shuriken is totally underrated in the throwing community. This weapon is totally underrated, especially about tactical throwing and combat throwing. And bow shuriken is a very important thing in my practice of no spin throwing. Here 3 meters, up. Here 4 meters, 5 or 6 meters, up 7 meters, 8, but the topic of this video is not bow shuriken. But now, if you are interested by bow shuriken, I have many kind of bow shuriken in my shop. I forge many different bow shuriken since 6 or 7 years. So in my shop I have different length and different weights. And I made also a tactical kydex sheet for bow shuriken. Okay, tactical kydex sheet for the pocket. So it's a sheet for every day. In the future video, I will show you my personal way of bow shuriken and my personal approach of tactical throwing with Bow Shuriken. So I prefer a knife which is similar to Bow Shuriken, okay? Similar characteristic, it's better for me. Now I will show you a few throws, but for this we will go in the forest because it's a better place to see the flight of the knives. Okay, now target is ready, so let's throw. Now, an important thing for me about throwing knife is the tip, okay? For no spin throwing, you need a very pointy tip, a tip with no thickness. So here, just 1 millimeters or 1 millimeters half, no more. And it's very important in competition. But for this, you need a high steel carbon with good heat treatment, okay? Good quenching and good tempering. If you have a good heat treatment, no problem. Like a Bow Shuriken. Here, Bow Shuriken, and Bow Shuriken is very, very pointy. This knife exists in 5 millimeters. Here, 5 millimeters version with 135 grams. With this weight, you have a good penetration if you throw with speed. Here, no problem. You have here, you can see a good penetration. Few throw again. Good, whoa, good series. And if you can see, whoop, it's very, very good penetration. And I have a lot of fun with this version in spin throwing. It's very, very light, but I have a very good feeling. So this is a competition version with 8 millimeters, and this is a tactical version with 5 millimeters. So this version is very light, so no problem for every day in the backpack, in the pocket, and what you want. And here you can see the last version. Like a spear, this version are a little more weight with 214 grams. Now it's all for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and like I said before, in the next video I will to show you my personal approach of Bow Shuriken. My shop is in description. Thank you for watching.